When I go to the thrift store, Goodwill, I'm a regular, and most of the time I'll walk out with nothing. But they asked me, where were these suits at that I buy? Where were this stuff at? And I tell them that one day I will. Right now, I'm just invested in them. I'm invested in my future. Plus, I love to shop. And so, it gives me something to do. And I also like garage sales, and I like convenience, and Goodwill is the place to go. It really is, and it supports a lot of people. But at the same time, minimum wage does not need to go up. It really doesn't. It would just hurt everybody. The thing is, a lot of people that work at Goodwill do have disabilities of some sort. They have medical conditions of some sort. Or some of them are just starting out. Some of them came from an abusive relationship. And they're getting much needed assistance, which is why I don't mind paying taxes. However, they don't need to be overcompensated, especially for being allowed to work with their conditions. And this is coming from someone with service-connected disabilities from the Army, military. We have assistance. We just need a nice stepping stone to get us where we need to be, where we can be. And so that's why it's necessary for us to go to these places, because we don't have the money to spend on overpriced goods. And we need to support those who are trying to support themselves. Because people who are quote-unquote disabled are still able in a lot of cases, such as myself. I'm not saying that the thing is, I have to do what I have to do. And the job I'm working at is pretty damn hard. But it also gave me that push I needed to see just how far I could take my body once again. And this is also helping me become social and seeing how I fit in with working class America. And I'm doing really well. Been there for a week and I already got praise for moving, for being productive. I know I just started talking about thrift and everything of that nature, but and it all goes back to that. Without other people giving others what they have an abundance of or no longer need, there's a place for it still, and it can be repurposed, and we still get more life out of that junk, that discarded material, that disabled person. We really, I really need your support, America, so I can actually create a change. I am the change we need. I have my conspiracies and I have this and that and the other, but the thing is, I'm not going to let that get in my way. I'm not going to stick my nose where it doesn't belong. I'm just going to do my job when I get in office. When you let me get in office as President of the United States. For the people. I'm not going to do anything besides my job when I'm in office. I will work that 4 years straight. Well, I might take a couple personal days, but that's only because my doctor will prescribe it to me. What our country needs at this point in time. And if I'm no longer needed, then I will no longer be needed. But until I'm told otherwise, I'm going to do what I have to do for us. Because someone has to do it, and I don't mind picking up the broom. I really don't. America's the only love I know. America has always been there for me. It still is there for me. It hasn't let me down once. And I don't want to let her down. As our great President John F. Kennedy Jr. said, "Ask not what can my country do for me. Ask what I can do for my country." And that has been the mutual relationship for my entire life. I swore to America that I would stand by her side always. That's the only commitment I ever made in my life that I kept. Because it means the most to me. It gave my family of immigrants a chance back in the 1900s. Because my country was going through lots of war. We lost our land. As I said, Godashi. The Germans came knocking on my grandparents, my great ancestors' doors and said, "Fight or die." And that's why I say anyone who talks about shoot him in the face is a psychopath, because the other person on the end of that weapon is a father, or a brother, a mother, or a sister, and anything. It's a life. And we have to be considerate of life. That is why I'm glad I never had to kill somebody, because it would have really fucked me up. And I don't know who I'd be if I did. Call me a weakling, but I'm not a coward. I would do whatever I had to do, and that's what I signed up for. And that was a risk I was willing to take to go against my morals. Because my country asked me to. And I said yes, to help repay my family's debt for allowing us to live here and giving us a chance. I love you, America. I'm gonna, but I can't do anything without the support of the people. I can take the position. I just need that push to get me there. We the people, have the power. We the people, that's all we need to know. Because that's the first order of business, and that's the first power. And we the people can create the change. Believe in me as I believe in you. Because we're all getting out of this together, whoever wants to fight with me. And it's not going to be a knockout, drag-out fight with our fist or anything physical. We are going to work for change. Because it's what we want. And we're not going to let America die. Because if we let America die in the process, then what the hell are we fighting for? We need to keep the economy going. And we need to put our noses to the grindstone. And we just need to create change in the whole system. I'm your gremlin. Throw me in there and I'll get it to do some funny things.